Forget FIFA, forget PES. Today, we're bringing the beautiful game to your tabletop. From classic flickers to magnetic madness, today we're pitting the best tabletop football games head-to-head to find out which one truly deserves to lift the ultimate mini World Cup trophy. Whether you're a casual kicker, a family fun seeker, or a die-hard miniature matchday fan, there's something for everyone. Let the games begin! First up on the pitch, we've got something a little different, a little crafty, a little brilliant. Introducing the Origami Football game, a creative tabletop design by Evan from Singapore. Now don't let the paper fool you. This one's got 11 players per team, full squads, lined up in realistic formations, and even replicates dead ball situations and possession battles like the real thing. It's incredibly easy to make, fully customizable, and if anything gets torn, no worries. It's just as easy to replace. All that for the price of, well, almost nothing. It's a low-cost wonder. But it's not without its yellow cards. The goalkeeper can't move, the ball's behavior can be a bit unpredictable, and yes, it's fragile. A bit too easy to damage if you're not careful. Still, for the sheer creativity, accessibility, and that undeniable DIY spirit, Origami Football kicks off this showdown with style. And now, we step into the realm of legends, the second game on the lineup. It needs no introduction, yet deserves one anyway. Subbuteo! The grand old name of tabletop football. Absolutely, Peter. There's a kind of reverence here, isn't there? You can feel the history in every flick. This is the game that generations grew up with. A full 11 on each side, formations lined up like soldiers on parade, perhaps a little too straight at times, but there's charm in that rigidity. True, though that offside line, I'll be honest, Peter, it still looks a bit odd to me, almost like a border checkpoint rather than a tactical line. And yet, within this seemingly simple carom-like setup lies a world of drama. Flicks for runs, flicks for shots, and sometimes a flick that sends your striker sailing right off the table. Don't forget the goalkeeper, Peter, actually movable. It adds that bit of dynamism other games can only dream of. The ball, oversized compared to its players, moves with a weight that demands finesse. Subbuteo is not just a game, it's a dance of fingers and fates. Respected, historic, still kicking after all these years. Subbuteo may be old school, but it's got plenty of life left in its boots. And now, Jim, we move to a game that wears its tradition like a badge of honor. A game that might just be the most tactically intriguing of them all. Ah, yes, Tipp Kick, a duel of discipline and drama. A game of two players, one ball, and a whole world of subtle strategy. The moment you see it, you know it's different. That curious two-tone football, black and white, not just for aesthetics, but to determine possession after every kick. The ball spins, settles, and tells you whose turn it is. It's like football meets roulette. Exactly, Peter. You don't just react. You wait, you read, you plan ahead. It's not about fast flicks here. It's about patience and precision. The goalkeeper is fully controllable, perched on a spring-loaded rod, ready to dive, parry, and frustrate. It's almost like commanding a real keeper with your fingertips. And just look at the striker, Peter. A single figure, towering and poised, with that signature tipping motion to strike the ball. It's not subtle, it's theatrical. And theatrical it should be, Jim, because Tipp Kick is not merely a game, it's a match in miniature, crafted with reverence and enjoyed for generations. A cult classic, particularly in Germany, where it's almost sacred. There's an elegance in its simplicity. Just two players, 1 versus 1. Pure football, stripped down to its essence and delivered with a metallic click. And in a tournament of flash and flair, Tipp Kick reminds us that sometimes less is more. A true veteran of the tabletop turf. And now, we enter the magnetic theatre of chaos and control. This is total pro action football. the game that dares to combine precision engineering with raw playground energy. Oh, Peter, what a wild ride this one is. 11 players on each side, and every one of them equipped with that mysterious force, the magnet in the ball. Possession here, it's decided by magnetism, literally. The ball locks onto the closest player, shifting the dynamic every second. It's football with a gravitational twist. And it's like a mix between Tipp Kick and Subbuteo, too. Flick for a run, tap for a pass. That's right, Peter. The fun of two games merged into one. There's a rhythm to it, a method in the madness. The goalkeeper, again, is under your control, able to slide across the line and make those crucial fingertip saves. It's a fast-paced game, but still allows for those classic dramatic moments. Corners and free kicks, though? No, that's where it gets interesting. Unlike other games, you'll need a chipper mechanism to lift the ball into the air. If you don't have it, well, say goodbye to your set-piece strategy. It's delightfully physical, sometimes chaotic, and yet it captures that feeling of midfield tussles and box scrambles like no other. You don't just play this game, you battle in it. And when the passes link up, Peter, when the magnets align, it almost feels like magic. A goal scored in total pro action feels earned, like a masterpiece painted in flicks and taps. Not the easiest game to master, not the cleanest, but make no mistake, when it clicks, it's total pro action indeed.
And now, Jim, from the heart of Indonesia, we welcome a contender that brings with it both simplicity and soul. This is the Main League, and yes, that's main as in play in Bahasa Indonesia, a game that speaks the local language and plays by its own rules. That's right, Peter. Made from thin, rectangular cards bent in half with nothing more than a school desk and a daydream, Main League is the paper predecessor to what we've seen in Origami Football. But this is even more stripped down. The players, all cut from the same template, virtually identical in design, but bursting with character when moved across the desk. There are no squads here, no kits, no elaborate artwork, just pure play. Movement is strictly confined to designated zones. You can't roam freely, you can't pull off dramatic counters. It's more grid than grass. Less like modern football, more like a tactical drill. And yet, Jim, isn't that the magic? The beauty of boys and girls turning scraps of cardboard into stadiums of dreams. It may not look like the real game, but to those who played it between classes, it felt every bit as serious as the World Cup final. Absolutely, Peter. The boundaries may be tighter, the rules improvised, but the joy, the competition, as real as anything you'd find on the turf at Anfield or the Maracanã. Main League reminds us that football doesn't always need magnets, rods, or plastic players. Sometimes, all it takes is a piece of card, a quiet classroom, and the universal desire to just play. And now, Jim, we arrive at perhaps the most recognizable name in tabletop football. It's loud, it's lively, it's legendary. It is, of course, Foosball! Yes, Peter. Found in arcades, bars, and homes around the globe. A game that doesn't just simulate football, it reinvents it in its own uncompromising style. 11 players per side, a full squad, yes, but permanently anchored to their rods. These aren't players who roam. Their movement is strictly lateral, sweeping side to side like guards on duty. And the formations? Fixed. Unchanging. It's as if the manager's already nailed his tactics to the dressing room wall. Forever. And yet, there's joy in that restriction. There's speed, there's rhythm, there's strategy born from simplicity. The way a skilled player can snap a pass across the midfield or twist a shot with that satisfying click of the wrist. It's thrilling. The goalkeeper, he's in the game too, fully mobile along his line. But don't expect corners or set-piece routines here. This is all about the flow. No dead balls, no resets, just relentless action. Of course, owning one is no small feat. It's bulky, difficult to store, and not the kind of thing you tuck under your bed after a game. But once it's in place, oh, it commands the room. And let's be honest, Peter, this isn't just a game, it's a cultural icon. Foosball has become part of pub folklore, office break rooms, even movie scenes. Wherever there's competition and camaraderie, Foosball finds a way. It's fixed in form, yes, but never in fun. Foosball earns its place not by how closely it imitates the real game, but by how fiercely it captures its spirit.
And so the final whistle blows on this extraordinary tour of the tabletop. From the precise flicks of Subbuteo to the magnetic madness of total pro action, from the elegant discipline of Tipp Kick to the roaring chaos of Foosball, each game brings its own identity, its own charm, its own beautiful imperfection. We've explored classics that command global respect and humble schoolyard creations like Main League and Origami Football, reminders that football lives not just in stadiums, but in pockets, on desks, and in hearts. Of course, there are still many we couldn't cover: 4-2-4, number 1 goalkeeper, Kasdan, Chad Valley, the retro flair of Striker, and the full squad drama of Big League. Each one deserves its own stage, its own moment in the spotlight. But before we go, we invite you to take one final look right here at a table that explains why, in our humble opinion, Origami Football might just be the ultimate champion of them all. It's simple, it's smart, it's pure. Football in its most foldable form. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. What's your favorite tabletop football game? Maybe, just maybe, it's Origami Football. Thanks for watching, and remember, no matter how small the pitch, the passion is always full-sized.